Hello, welcome back to BBT Big Boys Talk. I'm your co-host Joseph. I am with my other co-host.
Matt, hey, what's up, guys? This is our sixth episode.
Are you gonna keep
This
saying
is a
that?
very.
Are you gonna keep like this is our 175th
It's
episode?
nice to keep track of it. You don't think because already we don't put the numbers in the episode. We also stop putting the name of the games in the episodes
Oh, do
for
we?
whatever reason.
Do we
Yeah,
stop?
so it looks like our uploads look like this unhinged rambling. Our music taste is better than yours. What is this even? What is it, an
Yeah, it
hour long
was
unhinged video about
it
music?
was kind of long. Yeah.
So, but I do keep track of it. This is our sixth episode. Um, Also, the gameplay footage, I'll just get this out of the way since we're talking about the episode. The gameplay footage is RoboCop. Dude, if you have a Steam account, get this game. It's kind of crazy. They were selling it for $50 when it came out, but they're doing a Steam sale on it now for 10.
Mm.
I'm cutting it up in there. I'm investigating, I'm deducting the crimes, but also, like, when you start shooting, like, minimum, okay, headshot, instant kill, but it also, like, just blows their head off, but not like oh it's gone, like there's a huge gaping hole like in their head.
It peels the muffin
Yeah,
cap officially
and
black blue. Yeah,
for real, no, it
black blue,
incinerates these
back
dudes,
blue.
and yeah, and you have a like his auto pistol, it's like a Tech 9, and you're like, and he talks like the dude, he sounds like the dude, so you feel like RoboCop.
That's so
It's
good.
actually pretty fun. So the voice acting sucks, but not his. But get that game if you have $10. Another reason why this is a very special episode is because we have our first guest.
Our first guest.
I'm joined.
Yes.
Yeah, I am joined today by my coworker and friend Rhett.
Hello, thank
Say
you for having
hi.
me.
Hello. Thank you
Yeah,
for coming on.
Rhett. We've worked together for well, it's coming up on a year now, but I mean he's a solid guy. I like him. He's a comic enthusiast, which I get to talk to him about. I like the Disney Marvel stuff. I don't know if I'm a comic dude, but I'd like to be.
I like Emma
Um,
Frost and all
yeah,
her.
he's Emma Frost. He's also an artist. He's shown me like his Spider-Man and Deadpool sketches. They're crazy.
Yeah, we'll flash
I
his
could
stuff
absolutely,
too.
yeah, we'll flash. Yeah, if he sends us some stuff, we'll flash it up. Absolutely could not do that. Gun to my head, just pull the trigger, bro. I couldn't
Make
draw
good
that.
art. Make
I
palatable
could
art.
not. Yeah, I could not
Oh.
draw what he draws.
Definitely a
Yeah,
lot of
but
patience.
yeah, he's also a content creator right now. He's getting his channel up on TikTok. He's an art TikTok, and he also has a game TikTok. The drawings I was talking about, they're on there. They're excellent. But his games, he's also cooking. We were just watching right before the podcast started. We were just watching his 3K on Rainbow.
uh,
He got a flank and he cut him up. So it's some good gameplay. It's also some good art.
so
Glad to
yeah,
have him on the
welcome,
show
welcome,
today.
Rhett.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, yeah. So we were kind of looking through some stuff that we could talk about because obviously Matt and I have been friends for a while, so anything that we choose, we can talk about pretty for a long while. But Rhett had a really good idea that he thought was a good idea, and today we'll be talking about video game worlds that we think would be good, bad, or whatever to live in. So I have the tier list up right now. I'll either flash it or have the video going right now. We have a tier list. We have 5 tiers. We have put me in that shit right now. I'm cooking in this world. Man, this shit ain't no different than my normal life. I'm doing a 9 to 5 in this job. Damn. And then finally, which I genuinely believe most of them are going to be in, I'm so cooked. God, please no. Why would you make me do this? There's scary monsters in this game. So as you can see, we have a lot of games here. We're gonna try to keep it to probably around the same length, like an episode or episode like an hour, less than an hour. So if we don't get to any of these, and people that listen to it maybe like it, we can come back and revisit this. And if we don't, obviously if we don't, and do the same thing. So yeah, feel free to let us know either if you prefer a part two, or if we get through all of it, maybe we can choose some more games in the future. So yeah, I say Brett, you have anything to say before we get into it?
Um, I can't think of anything.
Do you know
Are you
what?
excited? Yeah, I honestly can't either. I honestly can't either. It's weird it's weird to transition into this. Just like I guess we just dive in. But like
Yeah.
I wanted to like some ground rules. Like are we so like these game worlds
Yes.
suck for like literally 99.9% of the
Yes,
population,
Yeah.
except for like the main character and his homies. So like are we in these situations, are we like Master Chief? Are we like John Call of Duty? Are we like
You're
the
not
dude
Master
that
Chief.
can get it done?
You're
Or
not
are
Master
we
Chief.
where I'm not Master Chief. So am I just like, am I Matt in like
No,
the
no,
world
no,
pretty much?
no,
Like,
no. You are not anything that is like, you're not just you transferred in this world. You are a character, but you're only a character within like the realm of what you can do within this world. You know, like you're not going to be Master Chief, right? You're not going to be Ash Ketchum. You're not going to be
okay.
Soap, although I would argue it's probably better that you're not Soap. You know,
So,
so
yeah,
so yeah, basically you're just put into this world as a character, as a standard character, right?
really.
For some of these games, it's gonna be tough because, like for instance, if you see Doom over on that right side, if you're not a demon, or if you are a demon, you get cooked by Doom guy. So we'll have to like make some decisions along the way, right? But the standard is you're a person living in the world as it is with the rules that are in the world, right? And
Okay.
also,
All
right
right.
before we get started, um, looking through this. Ooh, no, not that. I was gonna say Happy International Oklahoma City Bombing Commemoration Day, but
What is it?
What?
Oh, happy,
yeah.
happy.
No, sorry, yeah. What's the
It
word? It
is the
is
Oklahoma bombing
yes. So everyone
commemoration day.
take a bow. Remember Oklahoma
Moment of
City.
silence.
Okay. Happy International Rice Ball Day, and finally, happy International Husband Appreciation Day, right? Because fellas, we do not get enough
Yeah.
of that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen,
Okay.
brother.
Okay.
Okay.
So, first off, I think we can just go straight through. I try to organize this so it's not like all a certain type, but we can obviously pick and choose. The first one, which I think the most amount of people have said that they would ever want a video game world to jump into, is Pokemon, right? I mean, for me, right, we can, it's immediately and put me in that
You
shit
think
right
so?
now. But I also know enough about the world and enough about Pokemon to know that, oh, we're cooked. I'm so cooked. God, please no, right? Because those
Uh-huh.
MFers are fucking strong and scary. There's one Pokemon that is essentially the god of dreams, and what he does, he just runs around and just eats on your dreams and gives you nightmares, and that's just his shit that he
You,
does.
So a
you,
furry like Freddy Krueger?
His name is Darkrai. Yeah, he's essentially Freddy Krueger of the Pokemon universe. That he's scary, and he's just one, right? Like
really?
there's a lot of things
Do
that just
you?
would be world breaking.
They would be crazy, right? So do you, because I personally have no clue what like Pokemon, I never had a DS or whatever. So like, do you know anything? Because Joe tells me like sometimes, like what he just said, he'll just drop it like, oh yeah, I just captured like the god of time and space.
I did
And
that
I'll be
this
like,
morning,
why is he?
actually.
Yeah, I'll be like, why did you, yeah, like how did you do that? And also, why is that dude like in the thing? So in my mind, the Pokemon universe is just like, if you're not Ash
Easily to
Ketchum, if you're
conquer.
not in the main
Oh
group, yeah,
no.
you're gonna get, even if you wanted to be a low catcher,
You're
like
gonna get
like
cooked.
your dude, he's gonna tear you up. Yeah. So
I mean, honestly, I haven't played a Pokemon game since the Game Boy.
You know what? This is fine. I'll be the main
amen.
driving force for
Are
this
So I
one
you?
think
right now.
that I think the
I'll
Pokemon tier is all you.
let me think then, because there's one Pokemon in my head right now that's causing a big. His name is Mag Cargo, and he can just be anywhere, and he reaches upwards of 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit and emanates like sun degree level heat. And that's
Wow.
just once again a regular ass Pokemon, regular
That's, yeah,
degular.
that sounds unpleasant.
There's also another funny, not funny one named Hypno, and his whole thing is he just lures children off and does whatever he does with them. Okay, okay.
What?
You know what?
You capture him.
Yeah,
Put him behind
you
bars,
can.
bro.
No, that you can, and you do.
Capture him behind bars.
I think because they definitely have technology to mitigate the risk for like Mad Cargo and them. I don't think it's high enough to where it's like, dude, you need to. But I think, ooh, I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna put it in damn because you getting cooked.
You put him
You are
down.
getting cooked, dude.
Yeah, because, well, is there any other job besides like, because
You could be a nurse,
is there any other job? A nurse? Can I be
police
like
officer.
like a like a Viking raider? Like, can I like pop up in their Pokemon village and be like, give me, or like a poacher?
Ooh, there are poachers. Yeah, it's
for
actually a big
for like
thing.
money and stuff.
It is a big thing where like the bad teams of each game basically like cut up and eat some of them and kill them
For their power.
for their
Yeah,
power.
that
No, no, not even for their power, just because it shit tastes good.
really.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what
So
me and Rhett are on then. That's the type of time we us two are on then. We're gonna be poachers.
yeah, you and Red, you love
In the
Poachers
chopping up poaching
and
animals.
grubbing on the Pokemon because they're so delicious.
Okay, you
That's
know
crazy. But
this is a good place, but I think if most of these games, if we're being like 100, it'd be a little bit boring. Would be in the I'm so cooked, God, please no, because this shit is horrible to live in. 99% of these games would be horrible to live in.
yeah, if we put Pokemon like one of the lightest, a light-hearted game in Damn already
It's not looking
is
great.
comparatively to the. Don't worry,
It's
we'll
not
figure it
looking
out. We'll see. We'll
I'm
make
sure
the
we'll look
light
stuff
out of
around
out of
and
bad situations.
I have an interesting one, right? Batman, the Batman
Yeah.
games. Now it's essentially just the DC universe, right? Is what the Batman games are in, right? Or is it
I
just
am not.
it's in art? It's in Gotham
Yeah,
mostly, right? Rhett,
yeah.
you probably have a good
Brett is your
amount on this.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably your Batman guy.
that one, it's basically just a DC thing, yeah.
Okay. So could I just live in like Oklahoma City? Like
Yes, OKC fun.
yeah.
Okay, like is Dark Side. Okay, yeah. So in that universe here, yeah, is Dark Side going crazy? Is like Superman tweaking?
So
Is
It's
yeah?
really
I'm,
I
just
can't
Gotham.
tell what the cover of that one is, but
It's just the
if
Arkham
it's
trilogy.
there's one Arkham game, I know I have it in the other room, but basically shit goes down and you do not want to be in there.
okay, so it
Okay.
depends.
Like
Depends
I
which
think like
game.
Scarecrow releases his gas all over the city, makes everyone
Yeah.
go fucking psycho, and
Because like the main
there's
bad guys stick to the big metropolises, right? So if I did happen to live in like in Tulsa, right?
yeah.
Like I would probably be okay. Or do
yeah,
we
you would be
need to
fine, but
or do we need
if
to
you're
live
in
in
Gotham, you're
Gotham?
fucked.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
feel
okay, I
like
guess
you
it
would have to live in Gotham
okay.
to be
In
a
this
part of it.
world, yeah, you could live in Gotham.
Okay.
Another question is, are you a street thug? Are you do you push weed? Because if you push weed, ooh, Batman gonna
On
crack
some
that.
random night, yeah, on the
Yeah.
most
You better
safest
watch
night,
every
yeah.
corner, road
Hey,
Batman's
dude,
gonna
signs,
yeah,
crack
like
his elbow down your
yeah.
head so hard that your platelets fucking split in half.
and like you probably would, because like if you play the game, whenever you're fighting somebody as Batman, you hear cracks and pops. Like
Yes, yes. I think it's so funny in these
It's,
games that like you're like, oh, I don't kill, right? I remember watching. I think my friend or I one of the Gotham games where you no, it was a game theory video where you threw a guy off a cliff of a building, and he he did like the calculations of how fast he was going at the very end where he caught him. Dude, his body was gonna be smashed into pieces, smashed into pieces. So as long as you're not a petty drug dealer or Batman's not having a good
yeah.
time either with it. Honestly, what do we think?
Has he done
like
that? I
Spider-Man,
know.
every
Yeah, I
game
know
he
it's a.
does, he can launch him off a building.
He does do that. Yeah, he does throw people off the buildings. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a joke. Like when Batman shoves like a dude's head into an electrical box in like the
Now
Arkham Asylum
talk.
games, he's like, "Now talk." Yeah, now talk.
Yeah.
But is that does is that fall within within actual comic scope? Does that has he done that before? Where it's like gravity, like I'm not gonna kill you, gravity will or whatever, and he like drops the dude off, right?
I mean, I feel like I've seen something about that before.
In the
I
Right.
news.
wouldn't doubt it.
It's just like maybe, but it's just crazy to see in those games, especially yeah, if you're a drug dealer, he can do what he's gonna put a 30 times combo on you, and then he's
Yeah.
also gonna essentially snap your
Steal
neck
your
by
weed
pile
too.
driving you to the
Oh.
ground. Yeah, and then he's gonna be like, yeah, now talk. Where's the dealer?
Yeah, give me that
So
weed.
if you're, it's yeah, absolute hell if you try to be anything but a criminal. But I want to say, like, what if? Okay, here's the scenario. Like, you live in the outer Gotham suburbs,
Yeah.
like on the outskirts of Gotham, but you have to go into the city like every now and again for
Every day to work.
like maybe to work, but also like the grocery store is it's not quite in the city, but it's definitely like getting close to it.
Mhm.
Like where would that put it on your? And this is Like Scarecrow's getting ready to do something.
I mean, to be
Like
fair,
you're hearing
man,
on the street, like
to be fair, if this is if that's how you're describing it, motherfuckers in New York see crazier shit than what's going on in Gotham, man.
So
yeah,
speaking of the whole New York thing, right?
Yeah.
I actually saw a thing. Gotham is basically the size of Manhattan.
That's
It's basically just a
insane.
copy of New York.
Yeah, you know what? Then for all our NYC viewers, man, this ain't no different than my life. You know.
it really, yeah, it kind of moves. That's exactly, yeah.
You know,
It's same crime rates, same everything. Yeah, you just
same
see
crime
it's
rate.
New
Honestly,
York. It's
probably
just
lower
sometimes
crime
the
rates.
Scarecrow is there. Yeah.
There's no
Probably genuinely lower crime rates.
superpowered people and all that.
Yeah,
You
that
know
would
what?
also suck.
Honestly, plus if I'm like coming home from like CVS or something, like picking up my prescriptions or something, I see Batman like flying his hovercraft,
That's
like
so
chasing
sick.
that would make it kind of worth it, honestly.
Well, I mean,
I'd
there's
be
the
That
like,
and start ducking for cover.
I think the
yeah,
funniest thing
ducking
that
for
comes
cover.
out of like the Batman franchise is the like when rent is cheap in Gotham, but you got to hear this shit every night. It's like, you'll never catch me, Batman. It's like, you get back here, Joker.
Yeah,
so
I'm not letting you go. Yeah.
I think
Well, there was also a thing in one of the Arkham games where the Joker turned into this giant, like basically like Bane.
I did see that. Yeah, I have seen him in that off that shit. That's me
Yeah,
off
hell
Hennessy,
no.
actually. That is me off Hennessy, actually. So I think this is a good place because as long as you're not a pusher or Batman, it's pretty much 50-50, but most of these games are fucked anyway, so we're gonna have to make some compromises. So
Yeah, okay.
and
All right,
I
so
think
you'll make do. You'll make if
you'll make
you're
do.
in outer Gotham, you'll make do. It's not the worst thing in the world compared to
If you're in
some of
our
these other
Gotham,
ones.
Yeah. Now let me bring up, I think arguably one of top three, if not worst universe to live in, the Dark Souls series. Now, immediately, there's no question. I'm so cooked. God, please no. Right? There's literally
yes.
like, even as the main character, you're supposed to die. Like canonically, you kill yourself at the end, or or you don't. But it's the bitch ass move to do. This universe, I think, is the possible worst. Right? Because there's nothing. Right? There's literally nothing redeeming about it. There's no hope. There's no like.
There is none.
There's no family. Not really. You're always in danger of getting chomped on by some fucking bat, pterodactyl, crocodile monster thing, right? You can't understand half the shit people are saying because they're speaking in that fucking stupid ass Victorian ass English, right? Oh,
Do you go back?
oh,
Do you go back with American English?
yeah. Hey, what's going on here?
Hey, what's up, yo?
You got that Jersey accent.
Hey.
That would piss me. Yeah, that would piss me off immediately.
Having to hear like, "Oh dearest mother," it's like, bitch, we're at Subway. Order your
Yeah,
phone,
plus
please.
they talk too slow. They talk like
do.
that. I don't think so. Like when I played it, have you played Dark Souls, right? Like any of them?
I played Elden Ring.
Okay, so yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's like the best example. So I mean there's like wide open spaces and there's like former cities and it's just like this landscape that's pretty much devoid of like everyone except 30 people. And
yeah.
And then just monsters
yeah,
galore.
yeah, so you're not gonna be like some villager or whatever, like because there is no village. It just sucks in every Dark Souls thing. So your options are like the deformed trader or like the cowardly knight.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of nonsense. So I don't thinking about what I would. There's a specific arc of quests in that game where it's like, help me, oh most noble soul. And you do some stuff for them, and it's like it's actually like they want to die, like or they're like I have to die to like meet my family or something, and then the hero gets the quest item for them, and they're like, "Thank you, you have fulfilled thine purpose on this earth," and they just turn into like a spirit. So, but they still die, but
they do. They hit the
die,
Thanos evaporation thing. Where they
yeah,
like,
but they're not turned into like red mist by like an orc or like drowned at the bottom of a pool or something. So I think probably for me, that would be my best frame of reference. Is just like get me this item so I can get out of here as soon as
Please,
possible.
please give me that
So
knife so I can kill myself right now, please.
if
I can't
you
survive
frame it
this.
like that, and I don't know what you two would do like specifically, but if you frame it like that,
I'm gonna keep it a
man,
buck,
this
man.
ain't no different than yeah,
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man.
ain't no different than my life now.
I
I'm
would
keep
just
it a
be
buck, man.
instantly cooked. I don't know.
I in all 3 games, there's like a 50-50 chance I don't make it past the first enemy. There's you know what, I'll go as far as to say there was a 75% chance I don't there's a 100% chance I don't make it past the first tutorial boss in every single game. Am I wrong? Is that wrong to say?
Combat,
I
no, you're
mean,
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you have to.
Combat, yeah, the second you get into combat with pretty much anything is like
Yeah.
even the little like malnourished like dregs that still have a dagger, like that's a knife fight
That's a
to
knife
us.
fight, yeah.
That's like yeah, we're wrestling around. We're getting
We're
killed.
getting
We're
killed.
dying.
I have done no knife fight training, right? I've not studied the art of sword or blade. I mean, I guess if we get dropped in the context of where one of the people, even then, they start out with no experience, you know. I'm getting my shit stabbed hard. Hard.
I
Can you
dude,
dodge a crossbow? Let me ask that question right now. Can you dodge a crossbow?
do they move how they move in the
No.
game?
Nope.
Because
Nope.
they move
They,
pretty
they,
slow.
they
Oh,
go
it's
move
real life
fast,
speed.
yeah.
No, no one can do that.
Yeah,
Well,
so
maybe Rhett can. Maybe he's him.
yeah, maybe you are
But
him.
personally,
And
I cannot.
there's simply no way I'm putting it anything past the bottom tier. I'm
Really?
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
I could
that one, no.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's no way.
just the quest item. I can reasonably see damn, but I'll go. I'm fine with the most bottom,
I think
most
this is
terrible
the
one.
worst one. I think that's possibly the worst one. Except
I,
for, we'll get to some other ones later. Maybe bring it up. Either Helldivers or 40K. Those ones are pretty messed up too. But I mean, we'll
Those
get
ones
there.
are
not
yeah.
not as bad though.
Because on a world to world basis, with 40K, you have like human planets. But even then, at a drop of a hat, you can get some space marines up in there and blow that whole planet to smithereens. So I mean, it really kind of depends. So I think we move to a happier one, Mario Kart. Mario Kart. What are we feeling with Mario Kart? Because
I
it's
got
just
that
driving.
shit.
I
Put me
got
right
that shit
in.
right. Put me in that shit right now, right? Can you drive? Are you good at driving?
Oop.
I mean, I'm not gonna jinx myself here, but I haven't had a few things happen.
That'd be crazy. You just like we hear today, like he said that he was gonna be good. He crashed on the way to work, dude. He's not okay.
He's not a good driver. He's not good.
He crashed, dude. He's in serious pain. I think okay.
Do they?
I made a separate one for just the Mario universe because Mario Kart is really its
Yeah.
own thing, right? But at a certain point, I'd be so bored of driving. I'm like, can we get like
That would. I was gonna say that would get a little tiring, and I was also gonna ask, yeah, like, all right, like, do we get to have a Mario party afterwards, or do we? Is it just like, is it like Severance where I just go to sleep and I wake back up on the track? I'm like, oh man, I get to have a banana thrown at me again. Are you serious? Like, I'm so lucky.
Now we do have
Oh,
a
you're
So
saying
is
all that now until you get a red shell, green shell, blue
that would be pretty
shell.
sick, man. Throwing that shit at someone that you hate, you're like, oh, this bitch, I got some shit for you. I know one person, Matt, a mechanic friend of ours, mechanical engineer friend of ours, that would love this universe.
yep.
Just modding out the go karts.
Yes,
Is the two most favorite things he likes:
is driving
frogs and cars.
and
Yeah.
frogs, yes, and lizards of
And
sorts.
frogs. Shout out to that mechanical engineer we know.
He ain't gonna
I
listen to
don't
this,
think
though.
okay, at some point, yeah, it would be cool to be like, haha, like he, like I'm driving the fun cart, but at some point, and if I don't get to have a Mario Party, I would lose my mind. I would like start driving off the track. I would start going backwards. I would
But the thing
start
is,
just being BM. I wouldn't even be trying to win. I would just like start sabotaging my
other
friends.
people's, because but then
Yeah.
you get to reinvigorate your love for the game by sabotaging their shit, and it becomes a whole new thing for you. Because you can't kill yourself. The Koopa in the cloud will bring you back onto the track if you try to. Like drive off or do some shit like
Right.
that.
So you can't
You
you
can't.
can't end it,
You can't end it.
unfortunately.
I think it doesn't deserve the bottom two, right? Because those are pretty much reserved for worlds where you are just cooked in. This is more of just a monotonous hell, right?
I would
It
say
is hell, though.
maybe just more like the I'm cooking in this world, the second tier.
I think that's a good place because like I don't want to be there because you can't do anything else, but it's not as bad as pushing weed and getting my nose broken in half by Batman. You know, so I think it
Okay.
is better than that. Man,
Plus sometimes you'd get some plays off, and you'd be like,
get some plays off, yeah.
yeah, and yeah, you're like, man, I'm good at this. I'm good at my job. I'm happy. I'm here.
You know, once in a while
Okay,
you
I'm
might
fine
have like a
with
little
that.
Max Verstappen moment, and you're like, holy shit,
Max Verstappen.
I'm carting right now, man. Okay, what next? You know what? Okay, have y'all played Bloons Tower Defense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
I have this
I think
one
that was
here.
every bored high schooler in computer class.
I still play to this day, and bored college student. I was bringing that shit up. My friends would lecture me about how I should be paying attention. Maybe I should have. Who cares? I think. Let's say you get to be a monkey, right? You get to play as a monkey that's
Yeah.
throwing darts. I think obviously the quality of life depends on which monkey. A dart monkey versus a super monkey, quality of life is going to be a little bit different. But I think it'd be pretty sick because it's really low stakes.
Not necessarily, dude. There's like they get into war at the very when there's like Moabs filling. Like imagine you're the dart monkey on the front line, and
You got, like, the
you see
blimp
10
and-
Moabs pull up. Yeah, artillery. Yeah, there you go. They're getting into it down there, bro. So I think yeah, it definitely depends on what type of monkey you are. What monkey would you be?
Ooh. You know what monkey I'd be? What monkey would I be? While I'm thinking about that, I think the biggest and most important thing is what happens when those balloons breach the wall.
I like how you have to give it a deep amount of thought
I
as to
have
what
to.
monkey you
there's
would
a
be
lot
in.
of them, man.
This is a very profound
You gotta
subject to
know
you.
all the details. I mean,
You too, yeah. I think it'd be really sick to be a pirate monkey.
I don't even want to think what happens once they breach the walls.
Because they're putting
Luckily,
everyone
yeah.
out there.
Yeah, luckily that's never happened on my
your monkey
watch.
family going away. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
Your monkey
I
fam,
would
something's
think
happening
about
to you.
that.
Here, what do
So-
you think? Both of y'all, what would you be?
I wanted to be the minigun monkey.
The Dartling
I want to
gunner?
be the
like the
guy.
ninja
Yeah,
monkey.
the Dartling gunner.
Okay.
Ninja monkey spire. I would also like to be the goopy monkey, the glue monkey.
The goop monkey.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
the-
he's cool because you could burn through the acid, or you could burn through the lead shielded balls.
Why the ninja monkey? Do you just want to be like a ninja in like the real world too, or what's up with that?
I feel like just his like evolutions later on, he actually gets some sharp stuff.
He does get some sharp shit, yeah. And you'd like at the end of the day, you could just sneak around and like leave the battlefield
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, plus, I was gonna say, plus Ninja Monkey, your job is a lot more chill than like most other monkeys. Like you're just focusing on like the camo balloons mainly.
Yeah.
If your commander sets your priorities right.
Ninjas, camo.
Yeah, it doesn't he
Hi!
have like an evolution where he can like pop 4 balloons at once?
Yeah, that is true.
I'm sorry, I didn't know we were so involved in the Bloons Tower defense mechanics. I can't remember Ninja Monkey's evolutions.
No, yeah, he's right though. He's right.
He's right. Yeah, that's accurate.
I think I would either be the druid monkey or the wizard monkey, because the wizard monkey gets some cool shit at the end, and the druid monkey can make forests of bananas to sell, and you get money. So I'm powerful, and I'm stacking bread on top of that too.
That's true. You don't even have to be a like fighting monkey. You could just be the plantation monkey and just grow bananas for your guy.
You could, yeah, the farmer monkey.
Okay, I would like to be the boat monkey. Is that the pirate?
That's
the pirate.
There's a couple different ones. There's the pirate one, and then there's also the submarine.
There's a
one.
Navy one, isn't there?
There is a Navy one. That you transition into the Navy one once you're the pirate monkey though.
Oh, that's
So
right.
fun.
That's right.
Like I would never evolve into the Navy ship. I would still be I would have
Wooden
my
ship.
my one tooth missing and an eye patch and my little pirate hat.
They're like,
His
"Is that
placement
pirate
is
monkey?"
wrong. He's getting like a
Yes,
balloon an hour.
he's really involved. He took his own tooth out. He's really involved.
He
in the
keeps
pirate
going
monkey
hard.
getup.
Yeah, it's 2025. What is he doing? Okay, so for that reason, I think
Okay, so I'm saying
put me in that shit right
put
now.
me in that shit right now. Yeah.
Easy
Oh, the
work.
easiest life
Yes,
to live.
Yeah, top of the list. Now we got a nice little spread. Blown's Monkey and put me in that shit. And we have Mario Kart. I'm cooking in this world. Batman. Man, this ain't no different from my life now. In parentheses, if you're in New York. Pokemon and Damn, and then I'm So Cooked, God Please No, having Dark Souls, right? What are some
Yeah, that
other ones
we
we
have
could
a
do?
good spread.
We
Do
do
you
have a
want
good
to pick
spread.
one? Does someone want to pick one?
Yeah, you know what we should do? Ooh, let's do Call of Duty. And when I
oh,
say Call of Duty, we are playing as, or you get dropped in as a soldier with the knowledge that you would basically have from boot camp, right? Like you're still you, but you have the knowledge
Okay,
that you would
but
post
you
boot
get the
camp.
little matrix chip.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, basic training.
Let's do
Okay,
the
Modern
question
Warfare
is,
3.
do you get placed with the main characters, like
that's
in
what
the
I was
main
gonna say. Yeah,
fights,
am I
or
in their detachment?
You better hope not.
What is it? A bad
usually they
mission? Are
do
we
all
going?
die, and
Well,
it's just the main
yeah.
people that
A lot of times,
Well,
survive?
I look after my guys. I don't know how you play those missions, but I could try to like prevent them from. I move with them. I'm not like cutting through the objective. Sometimes they stand around and it's like, come on, but like
I'm kind
most of
of
the
more like a
time,
running gunner.
yeah.
yeah. Also,
Also,
you guys don't care about your brothers in arms.
no, I can't say I do only
No.
because
Okay.
they're
Oh
bitches. But
man.
also, I okay. But the main problem with that for being in like a main character squad is they get put in some serious shit, man. They get put in some serious
It's
fucking missions. I want to.
sometimes, but like, like, could I be the dude that's like breaching the house at night with like the main squad?
That's too cool. No.
That's too cool. Oh
That's too
man.
cool.
Okay.
That's too
Too
cool.
much, buddy. Yeah,
Yeah, you're a
dial it
jarhead.
back.
You're a jarhead.
Jarhead.
You are a
Okay.
jarhead.
Really, that doesn't give me much choice than to just die in war. You're
Well, keep in mind.
asking.
I'm saying like Modern Warfare 3, no crazy like technology yet, right? So
Yeah,
essentially just like 2011 through 2020
yeah, just modern rifle,
modern rifle
just
warfare,
modern
yeah.
military, yeah, tactic warfare.
And you're from the US. So,
Are we facing like the Azerbaijan terrorists, or is this like Russia we're fighting?
Hmm.
either or, either
Well,
or.
Either or.
which Call of Duty
Well,
would you
it kind
rather
of
be in?
depends.
Like, what?
Well, okay, so the Call of Duty on the thing is COD 4, right? So
Yeah.
in that game, it's you're you're Captain Price. You're also doing like the Spec Ops stuff, but you're like a military dude too. So you're doing like raids on like Taliban forces. And these guys don't necessarily have like the best stuff. Like they have like submission like Uzis and like
Yeah.
AKs and stuff. So it's like I guess it kind of depends because if you compare that to like Modern
Let's
Warfare 3, like what you're talking about, where it's like World War 3 and like Russia invades and they have like thermal scopes and you're dealing with like tanks and like you have to shoot down their helicopters and stuff. It's like this actual
I mean,
like threat. It's just not.
I'll say this. You're in the military, so wherever they send you, you're probably going to have to do both.
Oh, brother.
You're probably going to have to do both.
Okay.
I
Well,
It doesn't feel right putting it in Damn, but this ain't the life I'm living right now. So
yeah, that was kind of suck, man.
that because Damn, I don't know. I can. The thing is, I can see myself being in that position if I was in the military, right? So I think it's fair to say this ain't no different than I'll say life now. Okay, I'll say not my life, then life now. Is that okay
Yeah,
with y'all? Because it's the most standard realistic game other than like Sims.
especially since we're living in Black Ops 2 times right now.
We are, yeah. I also love that next to Batman is the little Call of Duty standard soldier. He's like, "Are you sure? This is pretty different, man." Okay, any games?
That's equivalent, man. Both of those situations suck. Yeah, do you have a game to choose, or Rhett, do you have a game to choose? I have a choice I can go with right now, but I'm offering the floor up.
Anything screaming
Sorry,
at
what
you,
was that?
Red? Any of the games screaming at you right now, Red, that you want to talk about or say?
How about The Last of Us?
Ooh, okay. I mean, yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah. uh, bottom two for sure, right? Clearly. Right? Clearly.
If well, so like am I born before? Because there's people born like before and after the thing, right? So did I know like when?
You saw
Did
you
I
saw
know life?
civilization drop.
Did I know life before I saw civilization fall?
Yeah,
I would
but
be
you were like
sour,
10.
man. I would be sour than an MF.
You're like
I'd be
10 when it
so mad
happened.
that. Yeah. Um. I guess it would be.
No different
I
than
mean,
life
damn.
now.
No, damn.
Oh, no, no,
It's
no, no.
damn.
Because
Or
if
damn.
you
Damn.
run into one of those clickers, you're
I was gonna say,
fucked.
like, the clickers are
Right.
like they're known as like the
Do
worst
you?
zombies of all time.
You've played the games, right?
Yes, and
Yeah, okay,
I've
so
watched the show, and
Yeah.
fuck
right.
no.
So I haven't played the games. Well, I wanted to watch the show, but I wanted to play the games first. But I haven't played the games yet. So
So,
as
in
far
my
as
my
far as I
opinion,
know
they
it,
kind of
like
stick to it, kind of new.
Okay.
kind of stick to it. That's what I thought. Actually, what I heard is you can enjoy The Last of Us, the show, more if you actually haven't played the games. And the reason is funny because if you watch the HBO Last of Us, it's a fine show. Like Ron from The Office or the Parks and Rec or whatever, like he's in it. He's a good actor, and Pedro
Yeah.
Pascal's a good actor. Like it's a good show with fine actors. But like direction wise, comparatively to the game, like every scene, every line is delivered just like worse across the board, like
Uh-huh.
compared to the game. So so it's not that it's a bad show. It is when compared to the game, but like maybe I don't know, maybe I'll just watch it. So but what I was saying, since you watched and you played, like my knowledge is like they just scrap with like there's like human factions that just scrap with each other.
And
Is
clickers
that
and
is
crazy
that
ass
accurate?
zombies.
So,
Is it
I
like
mean,
a war going on, or is it just like this little?
no. So what it is, like how they did it based off the show, or even in the game, the infection is a mutation. It's the mushroom cordyceps,
Mm-hmm.
and it's mutated to be able to live in higher temperatures. Because that's our issue right now of why it's not a real thing. Is that mushroom cannot live in our body temperature,
Mm-hmm.
and in that it did,
So basically,
and it
it could happen. It's just the fact that because I know that there's already. Have you heard? There's a similar mushroom that does that to, I believe, ants. Right?
yep,
Either
yep,
ants
that's
or
the cordyceps.
yeah. Okay. So in the games,
Uh,
are you fighting humans that were simply altered by the cordyceps then, right? And then other humans that are also alive.
yes, and then you have like different like I think like factions.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's what I was asking. The faction is it like okay? So if I get dropped in like a survivor, am I gonna get picked up by these guys? Am I gonna get pressed by like these factions you're talking about?
so there is a faction where they don't really try to like recruit anybody. They're they're the group they are. They don't want nobody new kind
Uh-huh.
of thing. So they'll just either tell you to go away or they'll kill you.
Okay.
Um, and it depends too, because like if you go to certain camps, you'll get like recruited into like the only way you'll survive is if you work and then you get like these tickets that will pay for food or whatever you need.
So kind of like life now is what it sounds
Okay.
like.
So I'm basically yeah. That's so real. Yeah.
Kinda, except
Wow.
like you're not allowed to leave these camps, and if you do and you come back, they have to like test you and everything. So
Okay,
basically like
gotcha.
us during COVID.
Interlinked.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, basically I get like jumped and killed if I'm by myself, or I go work in a labor camp, pretty
Yeah, burning
much.
body and shit.
What would
I
you
think
do?
that's definitely a dam, right? This is definitely a dam because it's not.
It's definitely a dam, but like what would just with your knowledge, because I guess what I would do is just like try to live off the grid until I'm eventually like caught by someone and they're just like, okay, like skin them, and then
I
that's it
would
for
say
me.
more damn is it's not really anything higher than like no different than life now.
Yeah,
But you're not so much as cooked where
because
you'll
there
die
are people
instantly.
that have happy moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is I think the big difference. The jump from damn to I'm so cooked is you have happy moments and you can have a good life. It's just it is really unfortunate the situation you're in, right? Pokemon. Holy shit, the sun is 5 feet away from me. I'm literally cooking, but And the cordyceps, seeing that shit would be so scary. Those are some of the scariest zombies. Like oh my gosh, they're
Yeah,
Just as the
clickers.
sound design.
Like when I played the game, the clickers like honestly scared the shit out of me.
yeah, yeah, they're terrifying.
Like they introduce you to it like within the first 10 minutes.
That's awesome. That's a good pace too, because you gotta show them what's going on with the game. You can't let them. I don't want to say pussyfoot. You don't
Well,
want
no,
to like yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I know. I remember playing it for the first time in the Oregon. It actually it draws you in pretty well because it's like it starts in normal world and then it happens like it's happening in real time, and so you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then
Yeah.
you get in a car crash, and then your daughter. I'm not going to spoil The Last of Us, but it's a good game with good pacing and it has great writing. It's better than the show.
Mhm.
Play it if you haven't. But I think that's fair where we have it.
I think
I would definitely keep it in damn, yeah.
a funny one with some like what's the parameters is Five Nights at Freddy's, right? What's the parameters that we're working with here? Because
Oh.
are you a just
Do I get to be a
are you the
robot?
security guard? Are you a you're not
You're
Freddy.
one of the previous security guards?
Can I
Quit
be?
the
Can
silly
you be the
act.
security guard and I could be Freddy?
Quit the silly act, buddy. You are not him.
You're not Freddy. I didn't say I want to be
You're
Freddy. I'd
not
be
him,
the other
dude.
ones, man.
You are not
Please.
Chica. I think if you're security guard, you are just cooked, right? But if we're sitting ourselves in the whole world of Five Nights at FNAF, there's so many side characters that you could conceivably, with a high percentage chance, just be someone out in the open. Just be
Yeah, that
some.
or you could be the kid who gets like the soul turned into the robot.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. One of the original, the Bite of 87. We said it. We said it. Sound the alarms. We
Whoa.
said Bite of 87. But I think if you are, unless you're in the 10 feet space, or I guess 10,000 square feet, that's dangerous in this world, like you're fine, right?
I
Or
think so.
or
Yeah.
are we putting ourselves
Unless
in that box
I think if you're in this, you have to have some relation to that
to Freddy
pizzeria, bro,
Fazbear?
to Fred Fazbear.
I think if we can say some relation, there's a lot of people. That's the thing, dude. Scott Cawthon, he fleshed that shit out. It's so funny. It's
Yeah.
so funny because like, there's no way he imagined it when he first made the game. Like, I have so much lore I want to drop. It definitely like just like became as popular as it was, and the fan theories, right? And then he was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, wait, I gotta, I gotta have a story
Well,
behind this shit too.
it actually kind of, oh, well, from my like 16-year-old like YouTube investigation, when like Matt Pat was doing his like
Yeah,
game theory stuff, I think it actually comes together like the lore pretty well,
it does.
which
Yeah,
is cool because
he
he
had
didn't
that
have
shit
none of
planned.
this shit planned
He
out.
had
Yeah,
that shit
give it
planned.
a break, buddy. You are not a mastermind.
I mean, because
It's
like
a
the
cool
story starts coming
universe.
together in the second one, right? That's when like the
Yeah,
actual
the first
story
one was
happens.
well, the first one just had like those newspaper clippings, and then like Matt Pat did like his game theory on. It. He's like, "What's going on?" And
No,
then
he legit.
yeah,
When the game first came out, his theory. I'm not sure if either of y'all saw that. His theory was that it was based off of like a pizzeria killing, and like that happened in the real world.
Like an actual like
well,
serial killer type thing.
Like I think it was a
I
person that a begrudged like worker that came back in and slashed everybody up or killed people. He thought it was based off of that, and then
Huh.
the second one came out. He was like, "Never mind, that was some bullshit. Never mind, I'm joking." So if that's how it is, I really can't see it being in the bottom. I don't know where to put it.
Have
Where do y'all want to put
you
it?
have either of you ever seen the I think Markiplier played this one, but it's called The Joy of Creation.
Oh no, what's that?
think I've heard of it.
It's a fan-made game and that sticks to the lore, right?
Uh,
But it is a little bit more terrifying because they actually added in like the movement and everything.
mm-hmm.
Like you can watch them walk to you and all that.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I would be sick
That's
by the
Like
thought
it
of that.
is honestly kind of terrifying.
Okay,
that would
so
freak me out.
Are we saying damn?
VR,
Are we gonna say
VR
damn?
that
VR would be
damn.
insane. I
That's a
think
thing too.
a funny thing would be putting that shit on right before you go to sleep. The
Oh
VR,
no,
waking up in the
no.
pizzeria, like what
Playing it, yeah,
happened?
playing it in your bed, yeah. A good night ritual.
Okay,
Joy of creation,
Ooh.
should we do
VR.
damn then?
Damn is fine.
If we have to be
Honestly,
part
yeah, I
of
don't.
the
Yeah,
pizzeria family, I think
I
damn's
yeah,
a
would
good
that's
say
spot.
damn, yeah,
Okay.
because there's some other things on this list that will definitely be worse.
Definitely be worse, yes. Now, I'm not sure if any of y'all would have known about this game called. So Matt didn't have a DS. Did you have a DS, Rhett?
Long time ago.
Okay. Did you ever play this game, the Fossil Fighters?
No, I've never heard of it.
Ooh, this is a hidden gem. This shit is so bomb. Basically, you play as this guy that gets sent off to Dinosaur Island or whatever the hell the story is called, right? And you get dumped off, and you get told that there's like this high tech technology over here. And the premise of the game goes, you're in this tournament, right? And you're trying to fight your way to the top. So what you have to do is you have to go out to the digging sites and dig up fossils, right? Now, once the fossils are done and you get them, you have to take them back to the main area, and then you get to clean the fossils. And once the fossils have been properly like de-rockified, you bring the dinosaurs back to life, and then
what?
you use
That
them to
sounds
fight.
sick.
Dude, the game is
That's
so
and you
sick.
use them to fight.
Use them to
What?
fight, yes. And dude, the game is sick. I think this is the better, or not better, but safer and more fun version of Pokemon, because the dinosaurs are like under your control, right? They're not nearly as dangerous as a Pokemon. There's not like the crazy lore, like Pokedex entries of like this Pokemon creates black holes around it at all times. You know,
Yeah,
there's no shit like
yeah.
that.
It's just like, yeah, this is a fucking T-Rex from the fucking Paleolithic
No,
era.
yeah, it
This
is. It
is
is.
yeah,
It is.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's just crazy sick dinosaurs that used to fight. So if anyone has a DS that can play this game. This game is so sick. There's a second one, and I think they're both pretty much the same. The only thing that's a little bit tough is like the bad guy. He gets the scary dinosaurs that do have some crazy shit. So I mean, aside from that, pretty much
Yeah.
the same. But in
Is
my
it? Is there
opinion,
like
it's
a
like put me in that
port?
shit.
Can I rip the ISO files from somewhere?
You could probably get it online with like a DS. Oh no, you
Or
should
like
not get it. You
a
should not get a DS
do
emulator. That's
do
pirating.
not do that. Yeah,
Don't do
don't do
that.
that.
No, don't.
Do not pirate this game. No,
Yeah,
that is illegal.
yeah.
But you probably could.
Hypothetically,
Oh,
though, yeah, hypothetically, there are emulators
There are
for
emulators
this
probably, but
game. What's it
don't
called
do that.
again?
Fossil Fighters, dude, sick.
Fossil Fighters
It's
2?
a
Fossil
sick.
Fighters 2?
Well, I think there's 1 and 2. They're both pretty much the same game. You know,
Oh, okay.
only so much you can do with like
Yeah.
getting fossils and then fight
Yeah.
with dinosaurs, but not a lot of story. But are y'all okay
Okay.
with putting me
That's
in that
kind of,
shit? Because
no, honestly, yeah. Like,
yeah.
I'm not concerned about any of the
No
dangers.
dinosaurs can go rogue and
Yeah.
come
no,
after you,
because
can
you
they?
have them under control. Yeah, you do. I do love that the top 3 are just obviously the most like baby games of all time. Bloons Tower Defense, Mario Kart, and then
Mario Kart
Fossil
and Fossil
Fighting.
Fighters.
So let's get into some serious shit, man. Warhammer 40K,
Yeah.
Space Marines, or whatever the other games are that are
Yeah, just the universe.
the
Yeah, the
universe. Yeah,
40K space universe. Yeah.
this is
I've
on
never
par.
played it, but I've
Uh-huh.
watched it.
Like lore videos and stuff, or what, or games.
Just buddies playing it.
Okay, this is
Buddy's Planet.
on. This is on par with Dark Souls and how bad life gets. Right.
Yeah. Like there's worlds meant for just like recruiting, like basically chaff for their armies because they just send like millions to die. It's like their tactic, the humanity.
Yeah.
And so, you could just be born on like a military world where your entire thing is to train. You could be born on like a a factory world where you never see the sunlight and you just make like this one part forever.
Mm-hmm.
You could be like on a world that gets invaded by chaos, and so like suddenly you're doing fine, but now you're like this crazy tentacle monster that's just like, because your world isn't deemed like necessary to the Imperium or whatever. So there's plenty of stuff. If even if you do crime, there's like they'll just turn, because computers are like, for another lore reason they don't use computers, or like uh, artificial intelligence. So if you're a criminal, they'll just take your brain and they'll make you like a human computer. So like,
Okay.
you stole this roll of bread or something, so we're just gonna take your brain and like now you're a printer.
Yeah.
So, or like now you're a radio.
Now you're a printer.
Yeah. So in the game, so like what's it called, Dark Tide, like your healing machines, it's just a dude, like it's the stone sarcophagus you interact with, and it opens up and it's just like a dude, like in
That heals you?
in quotation marks, in quotation marks, dude. He has like blade, like syringe arms, and he's like pretty much 90% machine. He's just like,
Hear me,
every
General.
moment is a waking nightmare. And then he just heals you, and some of the voice lines are like, please take me with you, don't leave me.
Get
And
back
then
in there.
once you just close the door on him and you're like, okay, thanks machine, thanks robot. So you have, I mean, there's that. You could just be a human dreg, or like you could try to be a military guy, where like, it's funny how ridiculous the universe sounds, but like the estimated time, the estimated lifespan for a guardsman like deployed to the front line is like 45 seconds.
Sick.
Yeah, sick. So I mean, you could definitely do the military route, but I mean,
You not
might not
living.
be around for too long. Yeah,
I mean,
but
I
you're
think the worst parts
100%.
too are the non-humanoid entities of this game, right? Like the chaos gods, like Slanesh, Nurgle,
Yeah.
Korn. I'm
Yeah, you could just be
Sleech.
chilling one day and like a cult will pop up on your world or whatever, and they'll be like, just like they'll take you for sacrifice. So they're like turn you into a demon to like worship.
Yeah,
You just be like, that's completely plausible in your life, because the universe there just sucks so much. It's kind of funny that we added this, and because it just, there's no upside.
no, I know.
There's
Yeah,
no
because there
upside to
is
any
no.
of it.
Because the reason that they're fighting is it's not for winning, right? It's literally just so it's for
It's not,
survival. It's for
yeah, so
survival.
yeah, like the start to any of the games, any of their games, it's like a prelude. Like Star Wars is like Once Upon a Time in a Galaxy Far, Far Away. For their games, it's like in the year 40,000, there is only war.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, literally that's what your life is centered around. If you're not on the front lines, you're manufacturing, or
Yeah.
you're being
You have
bred
to do it or you're dead.
or you're being bred to be an infantryman or something. Everything goes towards the war effort. And on the very thin chance, like microscopic chance that you're born of like nobility, like that's that's literally the only option that you get the chance at, like luxury.
And
It's like you
that
just have servants in a castle. Is
and
but
there's
like,
there's like quadrillions of people too, which is the thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you can't.
yeah,
You
it's,
just won't.
yeah, yeah. So
That has to be. I'm so cooked.
yeah, no, put me in that shit.
Oh yeah.
Put me in the
I
game.
live to
No.
serve.
I'm different. I'm different. I'll get to it. I'll
This
be
ain't
the space
this
marine.
ain't one of those like I built different moments.
Yeah. It's simply just like,
No.
oh god.
Even if you do get lucky and like inherit some, because like there are like psychic individuals, you can, you could learn it, or like most of the time you're born with it and you'll have like powers, so like you can defend yourself, at least like you'd be safe. But like, if your government found out about that, like they'll abduct you and they'll take you to be sacrificed to the emperor for like psychic energy. So it's just like, even on the off chance that you're like potentially powerful, your own government is just going to come and sacrifice you.
Yeah. Which is
Yeah,
awesome.
no
So
thanks, because I would be the unfortunate one to accidentally show all that.
Guys, look
And
at
it
this
just
crazy
did.
shit I got.
yeah, start using my
Yeah.
powers for good. You try to be a superhero in this universe. What do you mean you're sacrificing me to the emperor?
What are you talking
Like I
about?
found this old stack of comic books. I want to be just like them.
Okay, I think we have time for one more quick one here. Rhea, Out of the list that we have left, you choose which one that you want to talk about last.
Oh. Ooh.
We got some good ones. And like I said, while he's deciding, if this is liked, we can do a part two. We have plenty of games left up here, so it wouldn't be difficult at all. So yeah, let us know.
I think there's a couple in here that I can see the unfortunate like endings.
Yeah, like which ones?
Like Mortal Kombat for one.
Mortal Kombat. This one's kind of funny because basically everyone fights, right, in the world. Everyone of anything knows karate for some reason or another, right? I think the worst part would once you die, because you are dying. It's gonna have to be a closed coffin. Closed coffin funeral.
Yeah. Okay. Like I'll give you the situation, and then both of you can respond to your answer. So like you're a monk or whatever, and you live your life in tranquility, and you just study the martial art, and you do your little monk tournaments, and you win a couple of them, and you're actually like a pretty good fighter. Like you've done well for yourself, and you're achieving nirvana or whatever monks do.
Uh-huh.
And then like one day like
Shao
Scorpion
Kahn
shows up.
shows up.
Yes, Scorpion shows up, man, and he starts cutting through your homies, like even the dudes that were pretty good in a fight against you, and then like you have to yeah, and so you seal the temple gates, like you and Old Master are not shacked up. You and Old Master are like barricaded. Yeah, you and Old Master are barricaded in the temple, and you're like, Scorpion's coming. So like knowing that that's how it's gonna go is where would you?
That's a damn
on
man.
the scale.
That's damn.
Damn.
Yes, man. That's damn.
I would say I'm cooking.
He's a demon.
I would hate to be just
he's a demon, but like the world, the experience, and the rest
I'm a
doing my monk
human.
stuff. Man.
I'm a human.
Like I would hate to see the day like I get to like as a like master monk or whatever, and then just.
Okay, what if you were master monk? Would that make it any better? No, you just lived a fulfilling life and you became master
dragon fire. I'm not doing shit to him. I am dying. That is a damn for me.
We are dying like as soon as we go into one of those big fights.
Okay. Here's how I want to picture this, right? You, a person that has gotten good hand-to-hand combat, bow staff, nunchucks possibly, different types of like martial arts, right? You see a motherfucker pull out a dragon that breathes fire. What are you doing? You're not doing nothing. It's the same thing with the Glock with the switch, man. You getting switched down dragon style. You getting switched down dragon style. It's what's happening, man. That has to be a damn. Because I'm not putting it in. There's no way that's this ain't no different than life now.
Okay, what if it wasn't Scorpion? What if it wasn't Shotgun? What if it was like one
Kung Lao has a karate hat that cuts me in half. A regular ass dude has a knife hat that's cut me and slicing me in half.
Like, what is it? Like Kinsei has the like flying sword. Like,
everyone got some shit, man. Everyone got
that's still too high. That's still too high. You're doing the magical hat people and the
Jax has
magic telepath
robot hands.
Okay, what about like Stryker, like the police officer?
I don't have a gun. I'm a monk. Ow! Boom, boom, boom.
You didn't learn no monk jutsu that entire time to dodge bullets.
I'm not fucking Kung Fu Panda. I'm not master. The bullets. I'm not Kung Fu Panda, man. I'm getting shot in my head. Oh, what are you doing here? Bow. That's how it's ending. That's how that shit's ending, man. There's no way. Everyone got some shit to say. And none of it's nice. They're
going to be skipping the taser phase when you're coming out there.
They're skipping the taser phase, man. I'm getting X-rayed from the get-go.
You're getting X-rayed.
I'm getting fucking X-rayed.
Damn.
Yeah. See,
even like Jackie Briggs or what's the other?
The other
Cage.
Yeah, the kid.
The young kids got some shit, man. Oh my god, I could be a master at karate. The moment I see someone standing on their hands using their feet like helicopter blades, what am I doing, man? I'm not doing that. I learned karate as an art form to like express myself. I'm not made for this. I'm like that lion that like looks out the box and is like, damn, he realizes he wasn't made for all this. That's me. I'm realizing I'm not made for this shit, man.
You're giving up the monk life and going as a rice farmer or
Man,
something.
forget that. I'm getting switched down dragon style. Like I said, I'm getting blown up. I'm not making it out of that temple. Because motherfuckers in that
Probably.
universe are brutal too. You're like, please, I won't tell anything. I'll go, yeah, run
What?
fights.
You
Please,
switch on
please,
your
please.
health. Yeah, old master is over there. He's in the closet.
Yeah, go get
Get
him.
him.
I'm getting switched down dragon style. I don't know about you.
Oh,
There's not a single chance I'm making it past 30 if I'm, because you have to fight. You're a fighter in this universe. I'm not making it past 30.
yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be on my bed literally for this reason. I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm gonna fight them people tomorrow. I gotta fight them
I
guys with
gotta
them
fight
flame hands
those. Yeah.
tomorrow.
I
Damn,
heard Scorpion's coming tomorrow.
damn,
What? Yeah, damn.
I have to go to the store tomorrow. I'm
Yeah, I have
cold.
to go to the store tomorrow. I got some motherfuckers throwing flying swords around me,
Yeah,
man.
man. I gotta renew my monk vows, bro. It's not gonna. That's tomorrow and a good day for me, bro. Damn.
Damn, exactly. See, if it's not, I'm just saying, no different life now. It's not, I'm cooking, and I do not want to be putting that shit, dude, because I'm getting worked, and I'm man enough to know that I'm getting fucking worked in the Mortal Kombat universe. God forbid I get pulled down to hell from Scorpion.
It's from okay. That's kind of. I don't think he would waste that on the monk. I would hope he wouldn't do that to
He
me.
do. Yeah, he just does that for fun.
He don't. He does
He
that to
do.
like other people. He does that to the actual fighters, like the actual threats. I hope he doesn't just rip people down to hell for no
Man, he
reason.
do be doing that.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, you know, and I think
You
that,
gotta do it.
Yeah,
Just
that
like, if someone's standing in his way, he just
yeah,
not rips
no,
right.
it rips him right down because that's the easiest way to do it. Especially against some goof ass me, he's pulling me straight down to hell, man. He's not wasting the time doing karate on me. Hey.
Now he's just gonna use that spear and just right to the brain.
He's using the spear right to the brain, and then those goblins that come up from the ground are gonna pull me down.
would
But
piss me off. Like, okay, imagine you're okay. It's like same situation. Like for decades, you train in monk temple with old master, and then Scorpion breaches your temple one day, and he just throws a spear at immediate death because this dude just shot a chain spear out of his palm. That would make it.
Y'all didn't teach me this.
Yeah, y'all didn't teach me to evade spear hand.
I'm
Ooh,
cool,
that would
man.
make me mad.
That would make
Okay.
me. I would be pissed, dude. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Where
that's
was the
fair.
dodge portion of the class? Come on now.
yeah, you know, yeah. Where was the switching them down dragon style portion of the class? I was here for 40 years, and we knew that this shit existed. We couldn't like do something. We couldn't learn how to evade them or nothing.
Would it change your opinion at all if you like trained if you're like White Lotus with Kung Lao and they like taught you a little like mystical shit?
No,
Like just a
dude.
teeny tiny bit of
No.
no,
No, that
nothing,
wouldn't change a
nothing.
thing. No.
Even against Striker, like you had some mystical shit like on you.
No.
I don't.
Oh
No,
my
'cause if I get killed, I get done dirty. They're gonna X-ray me. I'm telling you.
damn,
Damn.
damn.
Damn. Is my head off my body right now? Damn. Wait, where are my arms at? Damn. Wait,
We
why
ain't
is
gonna
my
have that
chest caving
mystical
in?
luck of like what's his name? Sub-Zero turning into Noob Saibot now.
You could. Is that even good though? Isn't he also like a demon in hell? Like,
No,
Is he
Sub-Zero is like the frozen one.
well, yeah, but isn't Noob Saibot like some evil
Yeah,
demon
Noob
shit?
Saibot is well,
I
Noob
don't think he's
Saibot
like a
is dead
demon.
Sub-Zero. He's dead
Yeah.
Sub-Zero, so he's a
You know what I'm saying to that?
revenant.
Damn, I gotta keep
Yeah.
doing this. I gotta keep fighting.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And like
Okay.
his other things is like a shadow form of him, isn't he? He's like the
Yes.
master of like shadows.
I.
Bro, I don't. Okay, it's a bit above my monk pay grade. The Master of Shadows.
Damn, did he just have a clone of
Damn.
himself that went into the ground into a shadowy puddle? Damn.
And
Okay.
dude could teleport to.
I think that is a good place to end.
That-
I think we got around half
Yeah.
of the game. So, once again, thank you, Rhett, for coming on. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come and join us on this merry operation we got going on over here.
Oklahoma,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Oklahoma bombing anniversary.
Well, thank you all
No,
Everyone,
it
for
was
having me.
yeah, yeah, it
of
was
course,
cool
yeah.
having you on.
And obviously,
It
like we
was
said, we'll
fun,
put
and
your
then
stuff up.
yeah,
And
we will.
people that listen, if you liked the gaming universe living, feel free to say. We might have him back on for part two. You know, who knows if this video does well? We might have to do a little run back. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. That was BBT, and we're some big.